What's up guys, EMG Smash Central here, and I wanted to kick off a brand new series of vlog type series where I talk about different gaming related topics. The first one being the truth behind tier lists. Now, a lot of the topics I want to do, and I'm going to let you guys suggest topics as well. They can be about Smash games, but they can be about other games as well. And this topic doesn't just apply to Smash, but any game that can be played at a competitive level. And don't worry, you're not going to have to stare at my face the whole time. I'm going to throw some gameplay content in there, of course, but the idea for this video, the inspiration for this video, came from a blog post I made on the Smash Amino app a couple of months ago. And if you're not already on the Smash Amino app and you're not already following me, I definitely suggest you make an account and you get on there and you can see what I've been up to. I'm going to give sneak peeks of upcoming videos and whatnot, so definitely head on there. I'll post the links in the description below for the App Store and the iOS Store, or the Google Play Store I should say, and the App Store, so you guys can get on there. And Smash Amino, it isn't just about, blog posts about, controversial topics and that. My favorite thing about Smash Amino is the artwork that people post on there. It's a place for competitive smashers and casual smashers, and you can follow people that you really enjoy. So I go around, I see people posting some crazy art, I hit follow, and then all of a sudden I've got this own personalized news feed with all this awesome Smash Bros related art. So that's one of the things I love the most about it, and you can personalize your news feed in any way that you like by following certain people that post content that you like. There's polls that you can be a part of, and you can talk about anything you want on there that's Smash related whenever you want. That's not just an expression. There are literally live chat rooms going at all times for any topic under the moon Smash related that you can just hop into and get into the discussion. It's an amazing place to be, an amazing social community, and if you're not already on Smash Amino, highly suggest you check it out. The links are in the description below for you Apple users and you Android users, so I'll see you on there. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty tier list discussion. Even though tier lists have pretty much existed since, the beginning of time, comparing things to one another, people still refuse to accept its legitimacy. But like I said, it's about comparing things to one another. Tiers aren't even just about video games. You could have a tier list for your favorite cereals. You could have a tier list for the best, after-school TV shows. You could have a tier list for anything, genres. A lot of these things become objective, and it's a matter of opinion, but the thing is, when it comes to competitive gaming tier lists and you're basing characters in a fighting game like Smash, for example, that opinion is also based on statistics which come from, tournament results. And the thing about tournaments is that it's people playing this game with these characters at the highest level of play. So it's the best place to gather these statistics and see how well each character performs in order to, produce that tier list. And even though it is opinions, the Smash tier lists are produced by, some of the best minds and best players in the community, and if we're gonna, ask someone what's better than what, who's the better person to go to rather than, the best players and best minds in the Smash community? So while it is a small matter of opinion, a lot of the information for tier lists comes from facts and statistics. The thing about creating a game and balancing a game is that when you're doing something like that, the tier lists are kind of created unintentionally. I mean, you are testing the characters, you're play testing balance and things like that, trying to find a way that certain characters aren't too overpowered. But when you're making such a diverse cast with different characters, you have sword fighters, brawlers, projectile characters, and more, there's obviously going to be some characters that are just more powerful than others, and some characters that just don't perform as well as others. Another big reason why I wanted to make this video is because to this day, I still get comments on my top 5 best and worst character videos being like, oh, there's no such thing as a best character or a worst character, it just depends on how you play the character and how good you are with the character. I mean, to this day, I'm not even exaggerating, a couple hours ago I got a comment on one of those videos, and it was something along those lines. And the thing is, this mindset, it's ignorant to have, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. It's just, it kind of prevents you from, getting better at the game and improving because you're not willing to accept things that are, facts. So like I was saying about designing and balancing a game when it comes to creating these tiers, unintentionally through the process of making characters. When you have characters that are different, obviously there's going to be some sort of difference in balance. To create a perfect, cast where there isn't differentiating tiers and everyone is perfectly equal and perfectly balanced, you would have a game, for example, where one character is Mario and the other character is Mario as well, but a different color scheme. all of their punches, all of their kicks, all of their projectiles are the exact same. Knockback, damage, everything. Everything is the exact same. They're perfectly balanced. They're the same character. They're just, different colors, so you can tell them apart. That is when you have no tier lists. That is when you have the perfectly balanced game. But that's not fun. Nobody wants to play a game like that. So that's why we have, games with diverse casts and characters. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on however you want to look at it, tiers are created because, you have characters that are different. Let's go back to our example with the two exact same Marios with different color palettes. Say you take their fireball, and on, the second Mario, you just tweak it a little bit so it travels at a different trajectory, or it does maybe 1% more damage. Maybe you make such a minuscule change, like 1% more damage. Over time, players are going to realize that one of these characters is slightly better than the other because of this one difference that they have. And then you don't have a balanced game anymore. Then you have a tier list. Even if it's just two characters, you have, the top tier and the one under it, because the characters aren't the same anymore. There is a difference, and that difference will make one of them better than the other. And with that being said, tier lists are just a natural part of a game with a diverse cast of characters, and that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to play a game with a diverse cast of characters and, different ways of doing different things. And it's not a bad thing. Tier lists aren't a bad thing, and that's the thing. People don't want to accept that tier lists exist because they just want to have fun. And the thing is, you can still have fun. It doesn't matter what people think. People are going to think what they think no matter what. At the end of the day, you just got to have fun. And so what, you play a character that people say is, one of the worst 5 or worst 10 in the game. If you played a character that was, top 5 or top 10, people might, try and take jabs at you and say like, oh, you're only as skilled as you are because that character is a high tier. But, so, just have fun, do what you want to do, and don't really worry about what people say. Now, going back to how tier lists are formed, there's frame data of the character's moves, the statistics of how well they perform in tournaments. People often say, well, those characters at the bottom of the tier list, so nobody wants to play them, but if more people played those characters, maybe they wouldn't be as low in that, on the tier list. And there is some truth to that statement. People can pick up bad characters and start doing really, really well with them, place really high. Mewtwo King can place really high with Dr. Mario, this and that, but Dr. Mario is still a really bad character. Now, say if tons of other really good players started picking up this character and doing really well with it, then, that character might start seeing a rise on the tier list. But, just because one or two people that are already amazingly skilled at the game can play a bad character with, high proficiency, doesn't necessarily mean that character is good. It might just mean that player is really good at taking advantage of certain situations and just making the tools that that character has works. Now, like I said, if a lot of other people started picking up this character and realizing that, hey, these things work, then maybe that character would start climbing. Because the thing that separates characters and creates an uneven balance in fighting games is that there are things that can be exploited and taken advantage of. And the characters that are usually at the bottom of the tier list, they have a lot of these things that can be taken advantage of and exploited, and that makes them bad. Because of those things, they take a lot of damage really easily, they get comboed really easily, and killed really easily. And that's why they fall to the bottom of the tier list. The characters that are at the top of the tier list have lots of tools that are able to take advantage of these, exploitable weaknesses, and very few things that can be exploited about them. And that is why they rise to the top. So if someone started playing, more people started playing a character like Dr. Mario and found ways to make those weaknesses not so exploitable, and found ways to exploit other weaknesses far more often than Dr. Mario already was able to, then yes, that character would start rising. But that is how tiers work. That's how tiers are formed, because you have this natural imbalance of characters, because there's so many characters with so many different attributes. There are going to be characters that, get taken advantage of and exploited really, really easy by other characters, and then there's going to be characters that, they're not really easily exploited, and they have a lot of super powerful tools that just make it easy for them to go about doing their thing and getting their KOs. So that's really all there is to it. I mean, it's a natural part of game creation, unless you want to play a game like Smash 4 with 50 plus characters and they're just all going to be Marios with different color palettes. Unless that's a game that you want to play, then yeah, you're looking for that game with that perfect balance and those no tiers. But realistically, no one really wants that. So the thing is, tiers exist, they're natural, they're going to happen whether or not we even document them, whether or not we even talk about it, it's still going to happen. We're still going to, subconsciously know, like, oh, this character is really good at doing that to that character. Like, it's still going to be there. Even if we don't document it and write it down, the tiers still exist, guys. So, the tiers exist. If you're writing comments on my video right now about, oh, it doesn't matter which character is in which tier, it just matters how good you are with them. I mean, great. You might have missed the point of the entire video, but you do you. Play the character you want to play and have fun. Thanks for watching all the way until the end. I'm going to be posting some more videos like this, some vlog type videos, so make sure you suggest topics below. They don't have to be controversial or anything. We can talk about anything you want, anything gaming related. Doesn't even have to be Smash related. So just let me know what you want to see, and I'll link some other videos on the top screen. There's my How To Smash series where I go over some techniques and stuff in Smash 4, and the How To Smash series where I go over techniques and, mechanics and stuff like that that have been in every single Smash game from the start. So if you really want to get better at Smash, definitely recommend the series at the bottom. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm GOODxJESUS. Peace out.